Sup guys, back with a new banger, and today we are actually gonna be looking at a game from the tournament we had on our Discord, okay? So this was a 5v5 tournament. Obviously all of these people are junglers, but I mean, not everyone can be playing jungler, right? So we are gonna be looking at this game and just analyze it, right? I'm Kane here, obviously I'm playing Kane mid. I don't wanna try hard in this game. So yeah, let's look at this game here. So Nocturne right here, I'm gonna do this from the POV of Nocturne. Next game is gonna be of the enemy jungler, or next video. So right here, again, if you want to ward the enemy raptors, if you can, right? This is actually why I walked here as Kane. I wanted him to ward this. So let's look at this game here. So first of all, pathing wise, I think pathing wise is really good. You want to start web buff if you can, and I think this is a very volatile matchup here. Darius against Volibear, very volatile, very snowbody, right? You want to be playing for this. It's not like it's two tanks, right? And if you actually look at bot lane, we have Leona, but they're playing against Jinx and Melio. Even though we have an engaged support here, I don't really think you can play this lane with a way, right? So it's not a bad lane to get ahead, but I think getting this lane ahead is way tougher than getting top ahead, right? So I'm perfectly fine with this raptor stuff. Do you want to do this? I just want to show you guys specifically how you can get countered in this game. And we will see a scenario after the full clear where Lilia actually had an opportunity to completely counter Nocturne here with the raptor start, right? Because raptors will respawn at 4 minutes in-game timer. So we really want to look out for that, but you will see later on in this video. Right here, nothing happening. As you can see, the Kane is doing some crazy shit over here. We know these camps are up. Lilia started bot side, right? After 3 camps, you want to look for a gank here. I don't really see one, right? Their flash is up, full HP. So we just path here. You can think about this if you, let's say, have a LeBlanc here in the mid lane and she's really shuffling this Kiana, right? Just playing for this. This is really a game winner. Here though, this Kane is inting, right? He cannot invade this. So obviously this is really great. I don't see a gank. I think ours is really good. You cannot gank top, right? Many people will just walk tops with here. This dude though, he has flash, he has a big as fuck wave, and his top lane cannot help him here, right? Like, if you gank this, like, you will most likely die here on Nocturne, right? So this is really good patience here, just doing your camps, since there is literally nothing on the map for you to get. Right, this is good, preemptively moving, he died though, and you really don't want to go for a wave unless it's a big wave like this, right? If there are like 3 creeps here, right? I'm never going there, I'm just going to my blue buff. Here, since there are so many creeps and the top lane doesn't have TP, you obviously want to get this. That's a lot of value here. So far so good. I haven't seen a mistake so far. But now there is going to be a very big thing, right? It's 355, right? I really want to think about this, right? After the blue, since Lilia took this and she's going for double grab, I really want to get this and then recur. Because if you don't, she might invade this, right? So this is very important here. He goes back top again, right? And honestly, if you think you can kill this guy, go for it. I think you, again, like Lilia right here, she can't just invade this, right? And this is really the only reason why the start is bad if you're not aware. So I think it's perfectly fine if walks here and gets the kill. I would just immediately recur right now and try to protect his camp. So this is kind of for Lilia here. You see knocked top, right? He started bot side. You, like, Lilia right here can literally get 2 camps with smite, right? And she has smite up soon. So this kill wouldn't be as bad for the red side team if Lilia just took 2 of his bot camps, right? So Nocturne here both make a mistake, right? She doesn't go for these camps and Nocturne just stays for this wave. Honestly though, this is a very big wave. I think he kind of has to stay for this, right? So I think this is really not a mistake by Nocturne. I think just that Lilia could have, at least gotten something for this top gank here. So let's see. After this, obviously we want to base here. We want to go to a bot side camps. Kane, great vision here. We see Lilia. This is really huge information here. Right here though, nothing happening. We just go to our camps here. Obviously, there's nothing on the map. So right here, I was just thinking about something here. Since we literally saw Lilia here, right, on her blue buff side, you can think about this, right? You can really think about this, and the reason why is because first of all, we see her here, right, bot side. We can also assume she's gonna be here because that's where she started, right, and that's where camps really respawn. But the reason is, again, she started bot side. We know this is for 20, this for 40, this is roughly 5 minutes, right? So looking at this here, we know she has, she's doing her bot side camps. Out of base, you can run here. And this is good because Lilia doesn't know. If there is, if this is warded, it might be bad, right? Because if you go like this, she just goes like this, right? But if you look at Lilia's Fog of War here, she has no counterplay to this because she will just path here, and by the time she's here, these camps are down. And then what, right? Then this is very bad for her. Like, she cannot punish you then, right? So really thinking about what the enemy channel sees is very important. So they don't really have a counterplay if you just go here and here. Right, so I think this was kind of a mistake by Nocturne here. Not a too big one, right? But we really want to play as perfect as we can in the early game, right? So if you just imagine if Nocturne went for this, like, she would now be topside with no camps, right? And Nocturne would just be chilling on his top camps. If he cannot contest this, fine, he's just going here, right? So he would literally get 2 camps here, 2, 4, 6 camps, and she got 2 camps, right? This would be a very big lead here. So let's look at this. He didn't go for this. He just went for his clear. This is very good. I think he can never contest this right here against the Volibear. So we just want to recall here. Very good. And just go to a bot side camps. This is also really good. And Nocturne has R. Obviously no camps up. Kane is moving. This is a very good gang with R here. Right here, you might want to think about this. But since Kiana is alive, right? We know Kiana is mid with full HP. She is level 7. You really want to think, first of all, of the enemies who can contest Drake and your teammates, right? If they can or cannot. So me knowing right here, Kiana was mid with level 7 and R, and the Lily who's like R says R, right? You really need your teammates, right? I don't think your teammates can ever help you here, right? So this is a very, I think, obvious play, but a very bad and impactful play, right? Because, like, your teammates might move here, right? But what can they do? Again, if you have like full HP out of base bottling here, you can't fight this, right? But I think, like, look at Kiana, right? She can either double kill them or just kill you, right? So this is a very, very coin flip play with Nocturne here. Kane also base, he was kind of low here, right? Even if Kane was here, there's no way you win against these two here. Like, all of you didn't get a base after all of the shit bot set, right? So this is objective-wise. This is like the only thing, the only concept with objectives. Think about who can be there from the enemy team and who can be there from your team, right? And then you have to evaluate if you can do this. Here, I think obviously you cannot really do this. Again, you can see their bot lane, like, they're low, they can never walk up here, right? So enemies are playing this really good here and just punishing Nocturne for this play here. Best move here, just recall and go to top set, right? You can never contest this Drake here. So let's go ahead here. Out of base as Nocturne, obviously you want to go to your bot side camps and just look if there is a play. Again, out of base, this is not greedy because they're literally here, right? Lilia can just be there. So we just go to bot side camps here. After this, I don't see really anything happening. He still has his R on cooldown, so this is totally fine. We see Lilia here, so we immediately want to walk here, right? Immediately. So this is a great move here. Honestly, I think this Ken is kind of inting this. Yeah, that's me. But still great move. We get the camp, we get out, right? Because Lilia comes. So this is a great move here. So after all of this, we still have R, so we want to look for ganks while we farm, especially with Nocturne. Great gank here. Volibear completely overextending, great gank. Right here, we don't want to give Lilia anything for free, and now we just do camps. Perfectly fine. So let's see. One thing you can think about after Skill and Skull, just immediately basing to be there for the crops, right? But I think in this game, since Volibear is very strong, it's kind of tough, right? So I'm actually fine with him doing his camps here, because he doesn't really have top prior, so this is perfectly fine. Out of base here, as Nocturne, I would just walk here, because we didn't see Lilia, right? So she could just be over here taking a camp. So you kind of want to walk out of base to the Raptors here to deny her that option. Right here though, she finishes the crops. Maybe we even saw her, so we go for this. Great play here. So let's see right here what's happening. Nocturne has R. I think this pathing here is kind of too much. I think this pathing here is... yeah, it's actually fine though. I was thinking about maybe pathing like this because they had a ward here, but they actually didn't, so this is actually fine. And they also had a ward here, so it didn't really matter. So far so good. I mean, but we can still see, if you play perfect, but you make a mistake like this in Drake, or possibly giving up your bot set camps, right? Or not identifying stuff like this, games like these are gonna be kind of even, right? I mean, he's kind of ahead, but not as far as he could be, right? And this is really what the early game is about, getting the most out of the early game as possible. Right here, this is awesome. We see them. There are 4 people. We want to protect the dive here. Great counter dive here. Right here, though, he should see, like, look at his bot lane, right? They're 1 HP. Kayn is on them. I wanted to protect the dive here. You should immediately base here and go topside, honestly. I believe. Like, I don't see a world where Nocturne without R is going to do here anything at R. And Kayn is literally dead, right, by the time he's here. So he would have, like, if he based here, he could even think about this again, right? Just this and clearing bot side. Since he stayed on map for so long for all of this, like this is 30 seconds now, this might not be an option, right? So you can really see how those tiny decisions to stay for something that isn't guaranteed kind of set you up for nothing good, right? So this might be too much now. And we can actually see, right, he could have already done this and now be on here. Now he's kind of late to all of this, right? Again, it's not the worst, he still gets this, but in a different world, Lilia can just base and be there, right? So let's see. Right here, there's not really a gank, we just do a camps, perfectly fine. Here, though, I would just think about this Nocturne. If you can, I would just get the crab here, honestly. Like, I would just move here and check if you can get the crab here, right? And here's Smite, which is kind of important for Herald here. So he went for the Gromp here, perfectly fine. Again, guys, some of these mistakes are not very, like, they're not the huge mistakes, besides the split on the Drake and maybe the early game invade. But you can see in a game which looks fine, there's actually still a lot of stuff, right? And again, like, this is a fine game still for Nocturne, right? He's 3-1, he's doing really good. But I'm just saying, there is a lot of stuff in the early game, and all of the stuff is fundamentals, right? The objective control, checking who can and cannot move, and invading, and not wasting your tempo for plays which are not guaranteed, right? We all know about those fundamentals, but you can see they kind of add up, right, over time. If you know this one mistake, then you make another mistake, then you make another mistake, this will add up, right? And even though you don't see it in the game, right, because they're like tiny mistakes, you will still feel that you should be more ahead, right? And these things really add up, so I think it's kind of important. Still though, Nocturne, not a bad game at all, honestly, so far. Again though, I think Lily could have punished him way harder, right, on his early gank. She should have taken this, right? So yeah. Let's see here, we cannot contest the Herald, perfectly fine. We just have to our bot side camps here. He's not on the base time, so just do this, perfectly fine. I think the thing to really emphasize here is somewhere after this play, which is kind of mid-game macro. I think this is the most important part of this entire game though. He actually goes bot side here, perfectly fine, looking for mid-game, really good. After this though, I think this would be kind of important for Nocturne, right? Like, we just killed the Kiana, right? Why does he not just take advantage of his kill, play for her camps, right, with the Kayn? They can just take this, and imagine, Kiana is dead for 30 seconds, and it's roughly the mid-game now. Once you kill someone in the mid-game, you can really take advantage because the death time is so fucking long, right? So imagine Nocturne goes here with Kayn. Like, Lily can never get this, right? Then he goes here, and you will see those decisions will set you up for even better decisions. Because look at botlane, right? I think if the Nocturne just moves here with Kayn, first of all, Lilia can never move here anyways, and then you just 4v2 bots, right? Again though, if that's not a possibility, he still can get these camps, right? So Lilia kind of gets away with murder here, and just gets these camps for free. Again, you can see these tiny decisions really add up over time. And look at this, right? Imagine he just moves here and here with Kayn. This would literally be a tower and 2 kills. So not only would he get those 2 camps, but also this. And I think you all know how impactful this would have been for this game, right? So let's see right here. After this, he goes bot side, perfectly fine. Just looking for a dive here, perfectly fine out of this. So Kayn ends up smurfing here on them. He actually kills all of them, perfectly fine. Really good moves, just killing them. Yeah, we also take the Gromp, perfectly fine. So let's see. I'm not too sure where the play started, but there's a very important play here. Yeah, it's this play right here. mid game wise. And I think this is not only for junglers important, I think it's for everyone very important. It doesn't matter which lane you play. So the Kayn is moving to protect, to get the mid wave, right? So if you look on the map here, right, since this Kayn is shoving in this, also I think Leona should also be up here, but Kayn is taking this. So this allows now the ADC to move topside and the jungle as well, right? Because this is covered. So Nocturne and Wei should think, okay, Kayn is shoving this in, let's dive this guy, right? Because we got mid covered. And imagine, right, 3v1, they kill this dude, for sure, right? Look at the scoreboard. Nocturne 4-1 and Wei's 2-0. And they literally have both ours, right? They would just get a kill here, tower, shove this in, and potentially Baron. Again, even if they cannot do Baron, this is a lot of value here, just with the bot play, right? So Nocturne actually goes for the greediest engage I've ever seen, right? I don't see a world where this is good. And his team is not even here, right, to help him. So you can see, right, they could just be topside. Like, even Darius killed him. Like, he literally almost killed his Volibear, right? Imagine they went topside, Kayn pushed this in. They would even get another tower here, right? Because then they move bots topside and then Kayn gets his tower, or they protect mid and they get top, right? So this play could literally be 2000 kill. And because he went for this play, which really wasn't guaranteed, they really get nothing here, right? So I think that's about it for this game. I think that's the most important part. Again, I will make a review on the jungle of the enemy team here as well. But for this game, you can see Nocturne had a really good game, but we actually identified a lot of impactful or less impactful things, right? But either way, even if it's not as impactful, right, the errors that he had in this game, they will add up over time, right? So one tiny mistake might not be a lot, right? But if they add up over time, that's a lot of mistakes, right? So this will add up to a very big mistake. Overall though, I think really decent game here. He took advantage of a lot of opportunities he had, but I think especially in the mid game, right, when they killed Kiana, display into bot side, and then display right here, you know, instead of going top, going mid, is very huge. And so this is more a mid game thing, but I think you guys get the point, right? These things will add up, and this is actually why in even games you guys will be even, right, with the enemy jungler. But this is the difference between, let's say, challenger and anything else, right? This is really about, you know, playing perfect in a way. And it's very tough, right? But just so you get the idea, this is what it's about, right? So in most of your even games, you most likely miss out on those tiny things, and they will add up over time. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. And yeah, this was from the tournament. We might do these tournaments monthly, maybe weekly, I'm not too sure. But yeah, winners got like free coaching process. They got like free Patreon access, which will be launched very soon. I got it stacked up, okay? But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna see you in the next one. And if you want coaching, Discord down below.